On the opening kickoff.
And you know what happens, too? Now you got to translate what that means, because I think for the team to just score, their defense, I think they'll be more aggressive now. They'll be bolder. They're playing with a lead and an early one and some momentum. So if you're the offensive coordinator on the other side of the field, you'd better be prepared for some heavy pressure coming your way. They're going to try and get another big score and a big one early.
Extra point up and good by Tavecchio. And that makes the score 7-0. So let's try this again. After the kick return TD, here's yet another kickoff. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. This is Melvin Gordon, and that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. That'll be a loss of 4 yards on the play, and that's going to make it 2nd and 14.
It's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stuff that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that, got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
They'll get a couple yards back, but not more than that. They'll be left with 12 yards to go on 3rd down.
Well, so many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things, but the defensive guys, hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows. Sometimes they dish them out themselves.
Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete.
I think you put just a little bit too much heat on that one. When you throw it to the outside, you do have to be careful because you got to keep it away from the defender, but you also have to give your own guy a chance, too.
This is fielded at the 27. He won't go down. It's a nifty return of 29 yards. And the Raiders will take over now 1st and 10. On 1st down, Carr. They'll tussle for it, and this is going to be caught. A gain of 32 that time.
That's a big-time pitch and catch right there. And, partner, I remember the days when quarterbacks would try this. They were holding their breath. But nowadays, they're counting on their receiver to be just a little bit better than the defensive back when it's one-on-one and the ball's in the air like that.
Now a throw to the end zone on 1st down, but it winds up incomplete. Almost able to intercept it. That's one he would have liked to have held on to on this first drive. Instead, 2nd down. Carr again here on 2nd and 10. Blitz coming, and down he goes.
Well, nothing takes a start to have a good drive. Quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
Now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
Carr to throw after the play fake to Lynch. And this is going to be incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
And the surge is going to be too much defensively. He's hit and taken down in the backfield. Now they go for it on 4th down, but that pass is knocked away and incomplete. A 1st down throw here for Rivers. And that's off the mark, incomplete. Tyrell Williams was the intended target. That'll bring up 2nd down.
Had an open man that time, but ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. Play fake to Gordon. Now Rivers. And that is incomplete.
Let's face it, you can run the route tree as many times as you want, get in sync, practice it, do all those things. But once you get to game speed, it doesn't always time up quite that well. That one goes incomplete.
On 3rd down, Rivers. Got a man, it's complete. Williams. It'll be a pickup of 16 and a Charger first.
And the key number on that play, 3. 3rd play of the drive, 3rd down. Spectacular catch turns into a first down.
First down saves him from a 3-and-out. And incomplete as he was knocked as he threw it, and it took the ball off course.
The good signal callers will never go back in the huddle and play the blame game because they need those guys to protect him. But on that last one, his offensive line, they lost their leverage very quickly, and that's why they were able to get to him and hit him as he tried to throw the football and force an incompletion.
Green with a catch left side. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a third down.
And, partner, I think that's a great example that not all tight ends are created equal because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, he couldn't turn it into much more.
Now Rivers. He's going to sling this deep downfield. So they took a shot there on third down, couldn't get it. Now it's 4.
It's a great job by this secondary. When I watch them, they remind me of elite defenders on a basketball court, right? They want to contest each and every pass.
Great contest on third down to bring up 4th. Oh, and now he bowls him over. Great blocking, nearly sprung him there. 28-yard return. And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Carr and the Raiders come up 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line. Carr. Oh, fighting off the defender. Now he's going the other way. Fighting to stay upright. They still can't get it. 14 yards is the pickup there at a Raider first.
Partner, as a quarterback, sometimes you just got to know when the clock is... Going off in your head, it's time to go. Tuck it and get all you can.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Carr now on first down. Dancing to his left. Fighting through pressure. And now running right through it. What is this? And they finally catch up to him and take him down. Jeez, where was he going? A huge loss there. Brandon Mebane. He's the one that's going to get credit for the sack here. And he, like the rest of us, have to be saying, okay. Ready to go now in the second quarter. Brandon Gaudin, Charles Davis. It's the Raiders in possession of the football. But they face a 2nd and long to start things out. Carr gives to Marshawn. And he'll use his blockers to get this up over the 20 to the 21. Well, they do get 7 yards on the carry, but they're going to need something special now. It's 3rd and forever.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
On 3rd down, they go Lynch. Lynch busting free. 9 yards on the carry, but it's going to lead to a 4th down.
You know what really fires up offensive linemen? When the guy that is carrying the ball behind them can create his own space and break a tackle along the way.
And no move to get the offense off the field. Despite failing once, they're going to go again here on 4th down. They do go for it. It's Carr. He's going to float this one deep right side. Got a man. It's caught inside the 10. That all the way in. Touchdown, Oakland. Martavis Bryant, 70 yards. And the Raiders add on to their lead. So it was fourth down. They go deep to try to pick up the first. They pick up more than that. They pick up a score.
I'm not even sure the analytics guys would think that was a good gamble. Fourth down there, going for it. But they pressed the issue. And not only did they complete the pass downfield, how about the run after catch that ends up culminating in a touchdown? That's a huge play.
Vecchio now to kick this one away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. So Rivers will lead the Chargers up 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Play action now. Rivers. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And that's caught inside the 30. And all the way down to the 26. Now the Raiders are going to use another timeout here. That's their second, so they'll have one remaining here in this second quarter. We'll be right back. So now then, the big play has them all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, Rivers. Toward the sideline, that's taken in by Allen. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
I do have to admit, I like it when it all comes together. When the top part, catching the football, right, whether you're catching it with your hands or cradling it, comes together with the legs, in this case the feet, do a little toe tap to stay in bounds and complete the catch.
Yeah, great job by our crew on the camera shot. Love when you see the grass or on the field turf, those rubber pellets flying up. Great catch.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
They'll try and run it. Here's Gordon. And he takes it down to the 13 and picks up the first. Give him 3 yards and a fresh set of downs.
Yeah, they really needed to get something going, didn't they? They had punted on the last 2 possessions. The running game starting to come to the front for them, providing a nice pickup there to keep this drive going.
They go back to Gordon here on 1st down. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. He'll get a nice chunk there on the 1st down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
Now a 2nd down throw for Rivers. That's going to be caught at the 10-yard line. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 10-yard line. The Chargers on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. 2 minutes to go here in the first half. We'll come back to Oakland after this. A reminder that when halftime rolls around, Jonathan Coachman will have all the highlights and analysis of this first half of play from our studios in Orlando. And this is hauled in by Williams for a Charger touchdown. Tyrell Williams from 10 yards out. And the Chargers have made this a 1-score game. Oh, this is blocked. Sturgis out now to kick this one off. Fielded about a yard deep. Spinning past him. Oh, and now he bowls him over. And an alley to run. And he's loose again. The 30. 10. And all the way in. Touchdown, Oakland. Dwayne Harris, 101 yards. And the Add 6 to their lead. The lefty Tavecchio now to add the extra point. Oh, and it's a fake. They'll try and throw for it. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Okay, they went for the... off of the extra point attempt. It's a long way to go, and they didn't get there. Didn't get it completed successfully. Did someone dare them to do that? Did someone double dog dare them
I was
to do
going to
that?
ask you, maybe they saw something on film, but do you see something on film with those to try something from the 15 on a PAT? I don't know.
The only thing they needed to see on film there was a snap, a hold, and someone kicking the ball through the post.
Derek Carr getting set and ready to go again on offense here. Been a decent start for him here in this first half, but they're losing. And I think as the captain of the offense, you probably always feel like you need to do more in that situation.
The best have always felt that way, and they won't settle for anything less. So right now, his goal is to increase what he's doing on the field, try to make sure his teammates come along with him, and he feels like if I do better, everyone will do better. And that's what we're seeing from him right now. Got to have a little extra.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Derek Johnson coming on the blitz. He gets him for a loss of 7.
Well, someone's been up to the task so far in this game. They are already up a couple of scores, Brandon, and guess what? I think they're just going to pin their ears back now and get upfield and get after the quarterback.
Been such an impressive first half to get that lead. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. And they'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for third down. To throw on third down, Rivers. And the Raiders have got him. Derek Johnson in there to get him his second sack now of the afternoon. And there they bring pressure from the inside and they get home.
Yeah, hard to block everyone, isn't it? And on this play, someone did not get blocked. He's the one who got home.
Nice job bringing that one back. 14 on the return. And control of the football switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. 9 seconds to play. Likely the final snap of the first half as it's 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. So we've reached the intermission. There you have it. Halftime quickly over. Third quarter, here we go. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Out comes the Chargers as they'll go on offense now to start this third quarter. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeves. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept their minute by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now the question is, can this offense step up and make that play? Because that's been an issue for them in this game.
There will always be a place for methodically marching the ball downfield, but when you can pick it up in big chunks and strike like that, have explosive plays, that's often the difference in winning and losing. Those types of plays that can knock a defense off balance, that'll drive a team towards a victory.
And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 13.
Oftentimes when you're not winning at the point of attack for an offensive line, maybe they're getting out physical, spread things out a little bit, make it more of a one-on-one blocking scheme. Then you don't have to win it physically. You just have to win it by position. That may open things up for your running backs.
In on the stop, it's Tahir Whitehead.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
On 3rd down, Rivers. He's got his man here. It's Green. And he's going to get this down near the 30-yard line. The Chargers passing game rolling a bit here. They've got another first.
Well, sometimes our pregame meetings do pay off, don't they? What do the guys in the locker room call him?
Well, they said it with a chuckle. They called him Old Reliable.
Yeah, that means he doesn't move quite as fast as he used to, but he still knows all the tricks, doesn't he? Even that little gentle.
And he takes it in for a Charger touchdown. Melvin Gordon, 30 yards. And the Chargers are able to make this a close game again. That's the score you felt they had to have here in the 3rd quarter to get back in this game.
And you know that there's an emphasis on their side. Hey, we know this. We know where we are. But sometimes that finds you up so much and you try too hard, you don't get the score. A perfect combination of urgency, yet relaxed enough to get it done.
So they will accept the penalty and move forward. Sturgis out now to kick this one off. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. So here comes the Raiders offense getting ready for their first possession of the 2nd half. Carr and the Raiders come up 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. Here's Carr. Throwing middle, but it's incomplete. Amari Cooper, his intended receiver, and it's 2nd down.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on 1st down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on 1st down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock that one away and bring up 2nd down.
Oh, he faked it with a juke. Now he's got some room. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. 34 yards there and a 1st down. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. On play action, now Carr being chased out left. There he goes inside the 30 and all the way down to the 25-yard line. Another nice gain, 16 yards there and a 1st down again.
Man, defensively, that hurts. They got him out of his rhythm. They had him hemmed in, but somehow he was able to tuck it away and get away for a gain.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And now running right through it. He's to the 10, and he'll take it into the end zone for a Raider touchdown. A great play there, 25 yards, and the Raiders add on to their lead. And on his way to the end zone, shedding the tackle, he would not be denied.
That's what's called finishing the run, making sure you power your way through. One-on-one tackle, no running back wants to go to the bench and say, I got stopped just short.
Protection was great. He had time to set up a campsite. But in the secondary, though, they were ready.
And I think that in most places on the field, if you have that much time to throw the ball, someone's going to shake free and you'll find an open receiver. But condensed near the goal line on a 2-point conversion, all that exit, there's not any extra field. So it kind of closes in on them, and that allows you to cover a little bit better.
So Rivers will lead the Chargers up 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Rivers now, the throw on 1st down. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. These strong safeties, some people may not realize it. It's really like an extra linebacker, right?
It really is, because they're hybrids. Half linebacker, half defensive back. The linebacker in him on that play emerged.
On 2nd down, they'll run with Gordon. And he'll take this one up over the 20 to the 21-yard line. Justin Ellis in on the stop.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks, allow other people to make tackles. And when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
This is Gordon on the dump off. And a pretty little juke move there on a nice gain. They'll give him 8 on the play. And it'll be 4th down. Here's Drew Kaiser now, as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. And now Oakland ready to take the field. And, Charles, you'd have to think this is where you want to start taking some time off the clock.
Oh, definitely, because you got the lead, right? You take a good look up there and you say, okay, what do we need to do here? Well, you're not in full-out protect mode. You want to make sure you run it, throw it safe, take some time off, and eat it up.
Call it a gain of 3, and it'll be 2nd down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
On 2nd down, Lynch. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Back now in the East Bay. It's the Raiders with a lead and the football here as we get ready to start quarter number 4. And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively. Carr now to throw. Oh, and now he bowls him over. It'll be a gain of 6, and that's going to make it 4th down. Here now, Johnny Townsend, as he's on to punt for the first time. And they're going to fake it from deep in their own territory. And this is caught, and the fake will work. He's going to have a 1st down. A big breakdown defensively there on the fake punt. Turns into a huge play and a 1st down. And I don't know what the method is to know when to dial up a fake punt, when not to. Whatever the method there, it worked for him.
I think you actually did explain it. There is no method. It's just a feel, a sense, and a healthy dose of guts in order to call that play in that situation.
Element of surprise, I guess, right?
Yeah, element of surprise and just a strong belief in, hey, we're going to get it done. Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect them to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
That's caught inside the 20. Give him 30 yards there.
When you have someone throwing it that well, that confidently, you don't have to call the game in fear at all, do you? You just go ahead and play.
Yep, confidence with a lead to throw it here in the 4th, and boom, he's on the money.
Yeah, you don't have to tuck your head in and go like turtle at this point. You can just go ahead and play.
Throwing into traffic there, and that's complete. Give him 9 there on the 1st down completion.
Seeing that play and understand just how tough it is to cover tight ends, especially the ones running around the NFL nowadays, makes me glad I didn't make it in that league. I would have a really difficult time.
But now you get to sit up here with me.
Yeah.
And this is caught by Cooper for a Raider touchdown. Amari Cooper, an 11-yard touchdown. And the Raiders add 6 to their lead. They were still throwing with a comfortable lead here late, and now that lead even more comfortable.
And your first thought is there bad blood that went into this one ahead of time, that maybe they're seeking some revenge or they just don't like them? But the other thing that always hits me is, are they worried about playoff positioning? Right? Are they worried about, do you need enough points in case there's a tiebreaker that comes into play later?
That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. So Rivers will lead the Chargers out 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line.
Ready! 180!
Working out of the gun, Rivers. And his throw here is incomplete.
There's so much precision in an offense, especially when you're throwing the ball. And in an out route, Plenty of it. How about the quarterback hitting his back foot, ball's out of his hands, receiver making his break, making his cut. He's got to time up perfectly. Not always easy to do.
Just let him a little too much.
Yeah, I remember back in the good old days, I was talking to a quarterback, and he said everything they did was on the count system. So when he took a snap, he counted in his head for certain routes, different time frames for each one, and he knew if the ball wasn't out of his hand at that point, he'd better eat it because the play was dead.
Rivers on first down. And caught right side, Green. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give him that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle him after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45. 12 yards there as they keep this drive rolling. It's another first down. Rivers now perfect since the second half started. 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10. Time for a break. We'll come back to wrap this one up after this. So it's Charger football as we welcome you back from the 2-minute warning. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. First down, Rivers. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling. Clock management, definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
Here's Rivers. Going underneath for Gordon. And he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line. Give him 6 on the play, and it'll make it a 2nd down. Again, it's Rivers. Now a hit, and Rivers lost the football. Now you've got to hustle your guys to the line and get them set. To throw on 3rd down, Rivers. And he takes it in for a Charger touchdown. Tyrell Williams, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Chargers are able to close the gap just a bit.
And that touchdown puts us in a position to have a discussion, doesn't it? Now it'll be a 2-score game after the conversion.
Yeah, I mean, there's no doubt with a 2-score game they're going to have to onside kick it. We'll just see if they've got a miracle up their sleeve.
And you wonder what onside kicks they're going to use and in what sequence if they hope to have a chance to win this game.
Oh, the Chargers are pointing, and they've got it. Well, that certainly makes things more interesting. You get the score, then you get the onside kick. A little uphill battle still, but a start.
It's not mission accomplished, but the plan is working. They are in a great spot right now, and the best part, they put the defense right back out on the field after having already scored.
Yeah, they've got the momentum here now. And Green with a catch left side. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down. And right now, defensively, you love that, don't you? I mean, you'll give them that play.
And they'll take it every single time. This is almost like nickeling and diming it downfield, and too much time's going to run off the clock.
He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he's got this down to the 35. 17 yards for the Chargers there as they've got themselves a first down. Throwing on first down, Rivers. And he will go down outside of the pocket for a sack. Tried to get away, but could not. Frosty Rucker in there to take him down, and the clock will roll. Rivers now on 2nd down. And his throw is going to be incomplete. He was trying to get that one to Allen that time, and that'll make it 3rd down.
The positioning here is key. As a defensive back, you're taught 99% of the time, make a play on the football. But in this case, making a play on the man was all the difference. That's what forced the incompletion.
He's got his man. It's Williams. And he's in for a Charger touchdown. In for the score. And the Chargers have made this a 1-score game. All right, now a big 2-point conversion attempt still to come. Okay, game on. Don't go anywhere yet. You got a 1-score game now. Probably going to rely on the onside kick coming up.
Yeah, they have to. It's not a high percentage play, but it's better than not having a chance at all. And that's when you put your leapers and your flyers on one side, get that high hop, and hope that one of the guys can come up with it.
And on the other side, get that hands team ready.
No doubt about it.
Well, fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
This home crowd, they're happy with that call.
I like the way you said happy there, right? The so-called good guys didn't get a call. They feel like it's been that way all afternoon. You feeling their pain?
They finally got one.
Yes, they did.
Now a leaping catch. He's got it. The Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts, as he'll stop it with 13 seconds left to play. The line of scrimmage, the 7 now on 2nd and goal. They'll give it to him up the middle. And now running right through it. And he's across for the late touchdown. And in the final seconds, that one should just about put a capper on this game. So a little icing on the cake there before the clock gets all zeros.
What a way to finish things off. Exactly what you want. Not much time and a touchdown to put things away.
Oh, and it's a fake. They'll try and throw for it. And unable to connect. It's incomplete. And the clock stopped at 8 seconds. So unable to throw it in for 2 from the 2. Let me ask you, as a former DB, what changes there around the goal line on a 2-point conversion as far as how you're defending it?
You just make sure you never back up and you never retreat. You establish yourself really on the line of scrimmage, put your heels on the goal line at worst, and if they're going to throw the ball, make them throw it over your head because they're going to run out of space because of the back of the end zone. Never let a guy catch one in front of you.
One last shot now for Rivers. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off at the 40, and they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line. Well, I know at points in this one you wanted to close your eyes because of all the points that were being put on the scoreboard. You're a defensive guy, but it was a fun little track meet, wasn't it?
It was, and you know the people really enjoyed